Hello. I'm going to be talking about something a little bit more on the serious side here. So it's kind of like, you know, working up that little bit of courage to talk about this for everyone. This is a serious topic. And if you're joining my live, welcome. And if you're not and you're just watching this, I wanted to give you guys a heads up that this video is going to be a little bit, I wanted to just give a message real quick about children and okay. So children out here, I'm gonna say something really quick. Child molestation, sexual abuse, child abuse kills more adults than drugs and alcohol and murder and everything, because all of those things stem from when people are children and they're getting sexually abused or abused mentally, physically, emotionally. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying that it's anybody's fault or I'm blaming anybody. What I'm saying is that children, when they start to show you signs and they change how they're acting and how they're behaving, and they're trying to show you that something's wrong with them, and you need to ask them what's wrong. You need to ask them specific questions. Has anybody touched you? Did anything happen? What happened? And tell me. You speak to your children like they're your friend. Like, make sure they trust you and they understand everything that you're saying, that they're okay to talk to you about it. Even like anything. It's always weird to talk about kids and sex, right? Very strange topic. But children need parents to talk to them about sex at young ages. Like, if a boy touches you there, or let's say you're in school and he tries to give you a kiss or tries to touch your boobie or down there or back there. We have to start talking to kids about this stuff, because here's what's happening. You're not telling your kids that these things are wrong, and then when it's happening, they think that it's not wrong, because guess what an adult will tell a child that's getting abused? Oh, this happens all the time. This is natural. This is supposed to happen. And so that child doesn't know any better. And so no child should have secrets from adults. None. So that child doesn't know any better. So they do a grooming process before they molest or they sexually abuse this child. I'm watching intervention, and I mean, I don't even need intervention to know this, bitch, because I've been through this myself. I'm just gonna say, excuse the bitch part, but like, it is a touchy subject for me, and to be able to say this with light and love in my heart, without being angry towards one side or the other, or blaming the parents or blaming the molester. I'm just gonna say, all parties are at fault when that's happening, but everybody needs to work together to prevent it from happening. Right? You don't think any adult says that to a child? What? Things like, if a boy touches you here. I talk to my daughter about that all the time. I'm not all the time, but like, I say to her, I'm like, okay, well, what if you're with a boy in school and he gives you a kiss and he goes, oh, let me touch you. She's like, no. And I said, if anyone ever does that, you tell me right away, right? She's like, yes, but I don't think you understand, like, how valuable it is to have that talk with them before then, so you could strengthen them. This way, if somebody does try something, they'll immediately be like, no, that's not allowed. My mom said that's not allowed. Or my dad or my sister, anyone, right? Having that talk with a child is uncomfortable, but it's going to be a lot more uncomfortable to have them go through that. Here's the thing, another thing. If your child tells you that somebody did that to them, you got to believe them. Children make up a lot of stories, but that's not one of them. They're not really inclined to make up stories like that. Exactly, Gina. It is so important for you to talk to your kids about child molestation and stuff like this. And I'm telling you, for the moms and the parents who have to leave their children with other people, the signs are simple. I've been through this myself, okay? So I'm speaking from experience. I had a traumatic incident happening when I was younger, and I blocked it out of my memory, and then it came back for review as I got older, and things came back as I had a child, right? It just came back, like, clicked. So I will tell you, if you don't handle it when they're young, a lot of people look at drug addicts and prostitutes and all that and but what you don't understand is 90%, 90. There's only 10% that does drugs because they started it, they liked it, and they couldn't stop. The rest of them went through something as a child. 95, 100%. Whether it be divorce or child molestation or rape or abuse, they all went through something like that. And if you talk to most people about who killed people, they went through the same thing when they were younger. And I'm not saying that that's okay, because just because you went through sexual abuse or child molestation that you should grow up and it's okay, you get an excuse, you get the I'm fucked up pass. No, it's not, but some people heal differently. And here's what we have to stop and understand. Everybody heals differently. Everyone wow. You see, and my friend was molested by her brother and no one believed her. Now she's on the run from police because he's hurt so many kids. And then they always find out they did it to someone else. And then here's the thing. If we don't listen to the kids when they first say it, and we as their parents do not defend them, that will ruin the rest of their lives. Now, if you find out it happened, God forbid, if you find out this happened to the children, right? You find out this happened to a child and you take action on it, they will grow up better, because they'll say, well, when I was younger, that happened to me and my mom helped me. It empowers them to understand that that's not okay what happened to me and it's not my fault. And it breaks my heart, because not for myself, it breaks my heart for the kids out there who are going through it and the parents are just letting them go through it. Because they grow up so fucked up. I like feel a child's pain right now. They grow up so fucked up, so bad, that when they fuck up in the end and they get older, everybody's pointing at them. Look at that bum, look at that loser. Not knowing all of the If you've never been through this when you were younger, child molestation, anything like that. All right, German, if you've never been through child molestation, child abuse, mentally, physically, or emotionally, and you don't understand it, try to speak to someone who has and really be sensitive to it, because it is it's so traumatic. It is so traumatic. Even if you, Gina, same thing you said at 19, the same thing. See, I've experienced it multiple times on different levels at different ages. And I always thought, like, shh, stay quiet. Don't tell nobody. It's okay. Like, you let them get away with it, because I was afraid to. I was afraid to say something. But I'm going to tell you right now, as parents, if you see your child is acting a little funny, they start acting depressed, isolated, want to stay in the room, don't want to talk, don't want to look at you in the eye, they're scared of everything, you need to ask them straight up, are you okay? Did something happen to you when you were at your, let's say, uncle's? Don't get it twisted. Don't ever for a second get it twisted, people. She was at her uncle's house, or she was at her grandfather's house. I'm not saying our grandparents, our uncles, they're perverts, but they be out there. They be out there just waiting for that right opportunity. And I'll tell you right now, as soon as they come back from somebody's house that is not your own, first of fucking all, when they go there, you should be checking on them every 30 minutes. Are you okay? These are why cell phones are great. They could be detrimental, but they could save a kid's life. Are you okay? How are you feeling? What's going on? What are you doing? FaceTime, and bitch ain't answering the FaceTime. I'm not the type of mom to be like, oh, can I speak? No, I'm coming to your house. Like, why wasn't you answering the FaceTime? You're here. Like, I personally, I do not. What the fuck, exactly the same thing with homeless people. I know for a fact people say, oh, I did drugs, and that's why they were like, but you don't know their story and what it took them to get there. But this is why I don't judge nobody, because you think that it's okay to judge people, but you don't know their pain. And then people say, well, get over it. It happened to you when you were a kid. Don't do that to people. Don't do that. Now, I don't care if the bitch is still crying over an ex a year later. Everybody heals differently. Don't judge people. Nobody is the same in their healing journey. Not everyone can, everyone handles pain differently. I promise you that. Here, I know this for a fact. I know people who can be like, I don't care, that happened to me, and they let it go. And then I know people who cannot get over things. They just don't know how. It's like depression. When people are in the throes of depression, you try to tell them, come on, just feel better, get out of bed. Be in their body and know the fucking hell that they're feeling, and then you can understand. But until you do, be sensitive to it. Now, I'm here. Like, I'm gonna go a little deep into it. That doesn't mean, like, you know, you don't want to, like, you know, give somebody, like, oh, it's okay, like, you don't want to keep doing that to get them help, get them do something like that. I personally, as a parent, I repeat, do not allow my daughter to go to her friends' houses with dads there or moms there. I don't care, dads or moms. Don't get it twisted. Don't think women don't do it and men only do it and it only happens to little girls. You know how many little boys I know, when they grew up, they told me they were raped when they were little, in their life right now, they're just, if you talk to them, they're nervous wrecks. They're terrified of everything. It's a dangerous scenario to put your life in. Like, I gotta tell you something. It's a very important thing to understand. When a person goes through that and nobody acknowledges it, it makes them feel worthless, useless, and like they have to keep secrets for the rest of their life. It be women too. Chrissy, I'm always gonna share my personal experiences. For me, there was women that did it constantly. And I'm talking about older women. And I was like 12 years old and they were grabbing parts and doing that and stuff like that. So I'm going to tell you, it's not just men. It's not just women. Hi, Mira. It's not just men. It's not just women. It's not just little boys. It's not just little girls. Sexual abuse. Look at this. Like, I'm just going to say real quick, Governor Cuomo, he just got, like, aired out that he's been touching bitches. And 60% of New York said that he should stay in office. Which tells you what? That we're desensitized. We are desensitized to sexual shit. I was looking at the LOL dolls thing yesterday, and I'm like, why is this baby dressed like a prostitute? We're desensitized to it. Why are there women literally dressing their children up like adults with like hooker boots and like baby shorts, and like having her stunt with like a little purse, and her hair is perfect with the little the things here, the baby hairs and all that? Do you think that in your eyes you're like innocently looking at it like, oh, that's my kid, she's so cute, look at her, oh, she's stunting, she's a model? But in a child molester's eyes and a pervert's eyes, that's the target that they're looking for. They would love a little live baby doll that they can do whatever they want to it. You understand this? Like, and I have to be very fucking graphic here, but that is their fantasy. And so you're dressing your little children up like little sexy baby dolls, and these people are... Hold on, Mira, I'm talking about something very important. These people are looking at it like a totally different thing. Do you know that when you post like sexy pictures of your baby, do you know that there's a network of... I'm not going to get into too much, but there's a network of them, and they swap pictures. Look at this one. Look at this one. I'm going to jerk off to this one tonight. I hate to say it like that, you guys, but it needs to be said. Exactly, Chris. Like, I just don't understand. I mean, I don't understand. I get it. You want to show off your kid. Look how cute my baby is. But like Aliana, if she does one thing in a picture where her shirt's up or something, I immediately do not post that picture. Let these kids be kids. You got them out here dressing in outfits that adults are wearing. They look like baby adults. Like, it's cute to people with innocent hearts like me, you, right? I'm sorry. It's a very sensitive topic for me, because when it comes to kids, I almost wish I could get in everybody's household and make sure their kids are okay. And I just like remember being with like friends, and their kids would be like, their little daughters would be talking about like sexual stuff, and they'd be so young. And I would turn to the mom and I'd be like, yo, did you just hear what she said? And they would say things like, oh, she's just joking around. She sees you bringing multiple men into the home. She's... Whew, okay. I must be feeling other people's pain in here because I was overflowed with emotions, or there must be a spirit around here who isn't feeling that, okay? She sees you bringing multiple men around her, dating multiple men and doing all that. Like, you could, like, I'm not showing you I'm the best. I'm telling you it's an example. Ask Eliana, all this stuff I've ever done. She never knew about anything I've ever done. It was all done away from her, right? Whatever I've done, whatever I was doing, getting my freak on, dancing, going out with guys, if I was doing it, she wasn't seeing it. Even when I was experiencing the drug addiction, which I could tell you right now that yes, being sexually abused as a child does draw you to doing things like drugs and stuff. You might say, oh, Flo was on Bad Girls Club. What you don't know about me is that I was the most innocent person ever growing up. Like, when I say innocent, everybody's like, she's the angel. She's such a good girl. I was the good girl. It was after it clicked and it tuned in that all that stuff happened and I was connecting it, and then I had my daughter, and that really woke me up to it. That was when I started to take pills, and like I never felt the pain, and then when it came to me, I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? Oh my God, this hurts. And so I tried to run away from it as much as I could with drugs and alcohol and people and hanging out and sexual stuff with men that I didn't even like. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. When you were 5, all right, it's traumatic. Like, see here, I'm just gonna say, I can't. It's so traumatic for everybody. You know, and I'm not, as an Albanian woman too, I gotta say this too. If any Albanians are gonna watch this, we don't tend to really have those happen a lot, but when they do, it never gets talked about. It never gets talked about because that's like, you don't talk about that, let it go, right? But please, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I'm begging you to please pay attention to your children and what they're saying and what they're doing, and pay attention to your actions in front of them, whether they're your nieces or nephews. Everything we say and do in front of them, they soak it up. They soak it up. My nephew likes to curse. I'm the only one who'll be like, don't do that, and you know, it's not nice. And he looks at me like, it's not? I'm like, no, it's not nice. You know, like, I tell him about angels. I tell him about God. My niece, Samantha, when she comes over, I make her look outside of the window and I tell her, look, say hi to God. And she looks out the window and she's like, hi, God. And my sister's like, you know, thank you, because I really wouldn't have talked to her about that because my sister's not really into all that stuff. And my nephew too, and my daughter. And I don't push God on them. I tell them that you have someone who loves you. They're watching over you. They're protecting you. Our children need to know this. Maybe you don't believe in God, and that's okay. I have no judgment, but our children need to know that we have love, we have protection, and we have angels around us. Who, what, where, who your angels are, it doesn't matter, but you have them, okay? It doesn't matter who they are. You don't need to know their names and where they're coming from. You just need to know that they're protecting you and they're guiding you. Ever since you're born, that you have 2 angels already on your side, looking over you. They're blessing you as you come into this world. I am going to tell you, Amira, no, it's okay. So what I'm saying is this whole message was about children, man. That's it. The kids need to be comfortable with you. Talk to them. Talk to your kids. Let's say, for instance, you have nieces and nephews. Please, like by all means, if you have nieces and nephews, and be cool with them. Talk to them. Tell them, you could talk to me. You know, you could tell me anything you want. Like, make them your friend so that they can tell you anything that goes on, even when they get older. Let's say they get older and a boy in high school plays with them or does this or does that, they'll tell you. You'll be the one they'll go to, right? And then you tell the mother, and guess what? If the mom don't do shit about it, you need to take action. I'm gonna tell you, because watching something happen is worse than actually being a part of it. I'm just gonna say that, because when you're watching it happen, you're already observing what's happening and you're not doing nothing about it. Taking action, meaning not go beat their ass, because that don't work. Hold them accountable. Hold them very accountable. I truly believe that mothers who know that their kids were raped or molested and they let people get away with it, I believe they should go to jail along with the other person. You're an accessory to murder, you're an accessory to rape. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it's a fact. Like, if there's so many women out there that oh yeah, my daughter told me that my boyfriend raped her, but like, if you watch Intervention, just watch it. Every single one of them, the mom, like you'll see like the mom bringing the daughter drugs, and everybody's like, why is this bitch bringing her daughter drugs? Why? Because she found out her boyfriend raped her daughter, and now she feels guilty about it. So now she feels like she has to enable that forever. Exactly. Enabling the behavior because they feel guilty for not being there, for letting somebody take advantage of their kids. Maybe they were an alcoholic growing up. And so it's a cycle. It repeats itself over and over. So that's why you have to catch something, nip it in the butt. Understand that people could say drug addiction, car accidents. None of that kills more people than child abuse and sexual molestation and rape when you're children. Because all of these people grow up to be adults that are fucked up. So if we could nip shit in the butt from when children are younger, there should be 100% rules like in the household, like not rules, but like there should be like a format that's sent to people. Everyone should get it. Like, I really want to pass this bill that everyone in the home should get, like, okay, if a child gets molested in your home and you find out about it, you will do 30 years with the person. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to get that bill passed where everyone receives a pamphlet in the house. They read the pamphlet. Please read this. Warning, read this or go to jail. Like something that will catch people's attention. They'll read it and it'll say something like, if you're not paying attention to what your child's going on with them, if they're not eating, and if we find out that there's sexual molestation going on and you don't do anything about it, you will go to jail as well. You will spend 30 years in jail. You know how fast people will change their outlook on how to take care of kids if they had like a threat saying that you'll go to jail for 30 years or like we'll come in and we'll remove you and your family or whatever it is. But like I said, I went into this with as much love in my heart as possible because I had to forgive things from when I was a child, and I want you to forgive people. I do. And that's how you let go of things. Letting go is forgiveness. Forgiveness is the only way you're going to let go of things, because if you don't forgive them, you're still angry and you're mad about it, and your abuser is not even thinking about you. They don't even care what they did to you, honestly. Some of them don't even remember what they did to you, and they're going to be like, what? Oh my God, you were a kid, you're bugging. That's what they're going to say. And so please, this topic is like always so hard for me to talk about, but like I'm becoming stronger in talking about it because I'm very sensitive to children and their needs. You see, Lori, your mom's a survivor. Your grandmother knew and didn't stop it. I've heard this so many times. So many times. It's a very, very, it's a touchy subject because you don't know where is that person's headspace. Where could your head be that this is happening and you're allowing it to happen? I mean, in my life, nobody ever, the girls we all got together and told, like, and that's when things changed. But before that, it was like, if I didn't say nothing, nobody would have said anything. I stepped up and I said something. And I did. And then they all of a sudden started talking about how it happened to them too. I was the one who stood up. And you could ask my sister, she'll tell you. I stood up and I was like, yo, this happened. I wasn't really sure exactly how, who, what, because I blocked a lot of it out. And till this day, I'm still not like, but I know. And they were all like, oh my God, that happened to me. That happened to me. And it was like, all of a sudden, all the girls came out of left field in the family and started talking about how that happened to them too. It does affect people differently, because I'm going to tell you right now, all my girl cousins that it happened to, they grew up, they never had no issues. They never had no problems or none of that shit. I was the only one who ended up with depression, drug addiction. I ended up with all the problems. And then not problems, but like Listen, though, I want to clarify. I had a great, beautiful, beautiful upbringing. Beautiful, except for those things that happened in between. Like, they had a big effect on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom took care of us wonderfully. She was a mom with 4 kids. Like, this has happened when she was actually in the house. So it's not like she could have known. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting the blame on anybody. I do not blame my mother. I do not blame anybody in that house. I blame nobody. I don't blame anybody, honestly. I don't blame anybody anymore. You could be like, oh, don't you blame the person who did it? Listen, even you gotta be crazy to do some shit like that. Like, you gotta fucking really, something's gotta be cuckoo up here. You know what I'm saying? Normal people don't do that. Like, no, if I see a child, if I'm at your house, I'm just straight up, just be pre-warned if you want to be my friend. If I see a child at your house and she's like doing weird shit, I'm gonna be like, yo, can you tell your daughter to like go put some pants on? She got little shorts on and she's running around. I'm just like that. But everybody's not like that. I'm a Virgo. I cannot look at children dressed or looking like too adulty or acting too adulty. I get so uncomfortable when children say or do anything sexual that I like have to run out of the room. Like, it's very uncomfortable for me. But like I said, some children, they grow up, like I know, my friend telling me that her daughter was doing some, humping stuff, like all of this stuff though. I told her, and I had to stop her, and I was like, yo, don't yell at her, talk to her about it, because when we were younger, we experimented too. We all do. Our bodies are changing, we're learning things. Don't make things as evil, like that's so bad, don't do that, because then you might just turn them into somebody who does it even more. It's very uncomfortable. But you're a Gemini, Chrissy, too. Like, we're ruled by Mercury. We're in the mind. So for us, if we see something like that, it stays in there. We're like, oh, no. Erase that. That was weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, let them be kids. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not judging anybody. Because, listen, in their eyes, they're the parents. They're looking at, look how pretty my daughter or my son looks. He's so cute. She's so cute. But, yo, even with women, you ever seen, like, a kid will be, like, 13, and they'll be, like, an older woman. She'll come over, one of your friends. She'll, oh, you're so cute. Like, that's not okay. They're 13. Stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you think it's funny that you're like fucking 90 talking about, oh, little daddy, you cute. If you was older, don't do that. They're 13. Like, let them be kids. Yeah, kids are like too grown right now. I mean, I'm looking at these LOL dolls. What you don't understand is subconsciously how badly it affects children. People call their kids sexy. I can't. But that's disgusting. So it just affects the kids really badly. And I wanted to talk about that. And this topic, this conversation always like really takes a lot out of me. Really, it just drains me. Yeah, it's crazy. It's too much. So I love you guys. I just wanted to discuss this topic real quick. I was gonna do a video and just post it, but I wanted to, involve everybody here. My daughter will not have Instagram anytime soon. I took her TikTok away, all that. She's not allowed to have none of that. Hi.
Can I just use your Vaseline?
Yeah, baby. Your lips are hurting. Let me see. Oh, it's your babes. Oh, baby. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay.
What are you doing?
What?
Who are you talking to?
No one.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Where you at? Who's over there? Why?
What?
Who? Where? What? That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? That's how I control my kid. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Where you at? Who's it? I monitor all her shit on my phone though. I'm a psycho.
I dropped my key now.
It's not in her.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. You locked it in the room.
No, I didn't. I
Right,
bring
guys.
it here.
Pee pee poo poo. That Eliana is a child. Literally, she thinks poop is hilarious. Ha poop. She's 9 years old, okay? She's very child. She's a child. She's a child. Exactly what I want her to be. That's why I don't even be pushing this meditation shit and spiritual shit on her. She's a child. I'm letting her be a child. Ain't nobody out here trying to make her the next guru. Like, I teach her about little things and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. I'll be very, 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 very sure that ain't no guy's really gonna try to talk to her, because they're gonna know from the get. Oh, that's Flo's daughter. I don't know if you really want to try that, bro. You gonna try that? Nah, bro. Last time this dude tried to fuck with her, I'm gonna say, bitch had like 40 dudes at the school like this. Where's Michael? You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's dead. The rumor see, it's like a jail, right? You gotta beat up the biggest person, like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck him up right when you get there, so everybody's like, nah. She went after the biggest motherfucker in here. So that's what you gotta do with kids, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go to the school, fuck up the first guy that tries it with your daughter. Don't tell him it was you who fucked him up. Then he'll let everybody know. Not her. No. She had some, I don't know, they were secret agent men or something. They came in like black cars. They pulled up, put me in the car, bro. I got kidnapped for the whole day. They told me if I tell anybody, they're going to murder me. They're going to cut my penis off. Like, bro, this is serious. Bro, this is not a joke. I was kidnapped, guy. I was kidnapped. I have pictures and everything on my phone. They put pictures on my phone to remind me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to talk to him. Where's he at? I just want to talk to him real quick. No, bitch, don't pick up. Anyway, we're gonna do the meeting. I was thinking 7:30, 8 o'clock. If you guys are down, so I'm gonna post the meeting ID and stuff for my beautiful angels. So make sure you be aware, because I'm posting a meeting. But love and light to you guys, and trying to get.
I found my key.
Yay! All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.